This is gonna be the part 2 of the ribbon heart. Thank you guys for the comment, and you're right, it doesn't have to be pink. It could be any color that's what matters to you. It's about keeping the hope alive and fighting with them. Check out this website, it shows different colors of ribbon representing different awareness. The link will be provided in the info box, just a little something to ease your family's hearts. If you already made part 1, congratulations, now we can move on to part 2. This is where we left off, we made the bottom V of the heart. Take your blue line and thread it through the bead that's right next to it. Add 2 white beads to the red line. Crisscross the last bead on the red line by using the blue line. Take your red line and thread it through the bead that's right next to it. Add 2 white beads to the blue line. Crisscross the last bead on the blue line with the red line. At this point, instead of threading through one bead that is next to the blue line, you need to thread it through 2 beads. This is how it should look after you're done. Add 1 bead to the red line and crisscross that bead with the blue line. Once you pull it together, you will see how it forms a little arch for the heart. Add 2 white beads to the blue line and 1 to the red line. Crisscross the last bead on the blue line by using the red line. We're trying to make one side of the heart. Add 1 white bead and 1 pink bead to the red line. Add 1 white bead to the blue line and crisscross it at the last bead of the red line. At this point, you really need to pay attention. Wrap the pink bead over and hold it against the top first pink bead. You should see a roll of 4 white beads form in a circular shape. Take your red line and thread it through the 4 white beads, starting on the right. When you finish, you will find your red line ends up where it begins. Take your red line again, thread it through the next pink bead and the following white bead. Add 1 pink bead to the blue line and crisscross it using the red line. You can kind of make up half of the ribbon. Take your blue line and thread it through the next pink bead. Add 1 white bead and 1 pink beads to the red line. Crisscross the last bead using the blue line. Take your red line, thread it through the next 2 white beads. Once you do that, you will notice the direction of your beading path has changed. Now we are moving on to make the second half of the heart. Add 1 pink bead to the red line and crisscross it using the blue line. With that, we made the ribbon. Take your blue line and thread it through the next pink bead. Add 2 white beads to the red line and crisscross the last bead on the red line by using the blue line. At this point, take the red line and thread it to the next 2 beads. It's the same thing that we did earlier to make the arch of the heart. Add 1 white bead to the blue line and crisscross it using the red line. See how we pulled together a little arch? Add 3 beads, 2 to the red line and 1 to the blue. Crisscross the last bead on the red line by using the blue line. Add 3 more beads, 2 on the blue and 1 on the red. We're doing the wrapping over technique again. It's a little harder to follow because you don't have the red beads to guide you, but the concept is the same. Take your blue line and thread it through the 4 white beads, starting on the right. Once again, the blue line will end up where it begins. Take the same blue line, thread it through the 2 beads where I'm pointing. Add 1 white bead to the red line and crisscross it using the blue line. We are very close to finishing. Take your red line and thread it through the next 2 beads. Add 1 white bead to the blue line and crisscross it using the red line. Pull it tight and you should see a heart form, but we're not finished yet. Take your red line, thread it through the next 3 beads on the inner side of the heart. The reason we're doing this is so that we can secure the whole entire heart, so all beads will be tied up together. If you don't loop this, your heart will be very loose and deformed. You want to add 1 more bead to the red line and crisscross it using the blue line. This bead will hide at the center of the heart. Some jewelers add a veil on the last bead to hold the necklace chain. When you look at the center, you will see one side of the heart's already been threaded by the line and the other one hasn't. You want to use any of the 2 lines, just thread it through to the opposite side. This will enforce the structure of the heart, and it also is going to make the lines meet up together. At this point, all you gotta do is tie the string into square knots. I like to do it twice, so just to be safe. Make sure you pull it tight, but not too tight because you don't want the string to break. Lastly, just trim away the excess line. Now you're finished. You should be very proud because it is quite difficult. There are small openings on the heart. You can easily run a chain through it. You can let the heart sit at the center of your neckline, or personally, I like mine hanging a little bit sideways. It doesn't take much to show that we're fighting with them. It's a simple reminder that yes, we're gonna make it. Hope is like a beautiful blossom. No matter how harsh the weather may be, it will bloom again. So keep your hope alive. You will see the rainbow after the rain. Best wishes to you and your family. May you be happy.